How to impress the admissions committee with your application essay. Hi there, my name is Maria Gurieva. I'm the founder of Studyamerica, and we help international students from all over the world get accepted to top US universities. In this video, let's talk about the essays, which is probably the most important element in your application. Let's go. The essays are extremely important in the application process, and you need to devote enough time to writing this application essay, because when the admissions committee is trying to make their choice, their decision of whatever to take you or not, they of course look at your test scores, at your exams, at your grades, but the most important thing they look at is your essay, and the essay helps them to make the final choice. When they compared everybody in terms of their numbers, their grades, they start looking at the essays, and this is where they make the final choice. And the essays is a long process to write, and you need to devote enough time to not only come up with the idea and write it, but also to revise it again. Be ready to revise it 6 or 7 times. It's completely normal. In the end, your essay has to be just a masterpiece where every word is in the right place. There are no words that are not important. Only the important words are there that are creating a complete story about yourself that actually doesn't give the admissions committee any choice other than to take you. This is the goal. And the essays are different, of course, for those that apply for a bachelor's degree and those that apply for postgraduate programs like master's, MBA, or PhD programs, or the professional schools. They have completely different idea what is important for the essay. Let's talk about the bachelor's first. And for the bachelor's, the people that are just graduated high school, they don't have enough experience yet, they didn't try themselves in the career yet generally, so the admissions committee is looking at understanding what kind of person it is. Why the essays are so important? Because the admissions committee are trying to create a perfect class where everybody would follow the values of the university and everybody would be able to collaborate with each other and actually share the same ideas and the same values. That is why in the essays they're trying to understand, get a feeling of who you are and understand if you would be a good fit for the university. In order to give them that impression that you are a great fit for the university, first and very important, the most important thing, you need to be yourself. Because a lot of people try to understand what is the winning formula of the essay. They're trying to look at a lot of essays that were successfully admitted to the university, and there are a lot of samples online, and they try to write the same thing. They try to understand what is this formula and who I need to be in order to be selected. However, there are 50,000 applicants each year to the prestigious universities, and in order to choose among 50,000 people, the universities are looking for something that is just so memorable, that distinguishes from everybody else. And in order for you to do so, you need to be yourself, because there's only one way to be different from 50,000 of other people. It's to be yourself. This is the only way you're different from anybody else. If you're the same, if you write the same sample essays as everybody else, then you will not be somewhat different from anybody, and it will be hard to find you among all these people. That is why the most important key is to be yourself. And then try to think of a story that shows your character, that shows your maturity. One of the very important things is to show maturity, that you're not a kid anymore, you're already an adult, and also to show the story that describes your character, that actually shows your character. Think of stories that are important for you, that had some emotional connection, that had some emotional potential in it. The story that is valuable for you, that you kind of like that it happened with you, that you feel like it actually made you grow. And it's important to look for those stories in the previous 4 years, not before, because when people start writing about how they broke a leg when they were 7, then it doesn't give us any idea of who this person is now, today. So look for the stories in the previous 4 years of your life and try to find the meaningful stories for you and meaningful stories for describing your character. Another important thing here is to try to show and not tell. A lot of people make this mistake when they start describing themselves instead of showing themselves in a story. It's important to know how to do storytelling very well, and instead of telling people that telling the admissions committee that you are smart and spontaneous and flexible and kind, it's better to show the story where you actually used all those qualities, and that the admissions committee doesn't read this person is smart, flexible, whatever, a leader. They actually read a story and they make these conclusions themselves. This is a good story. So it's important to show and not tell, and also it's very important to only talk about yourself. A lot of people start writing about their grandmother, their grandfather, their parents, and how valuable these people are in their life. And the thing here is that they are not applying to a university, you are applying to a university. And so you don't waste any time, any space, any words on some other people. You only focus on yourself. Even if they are part of your story, you're still focusing on yourself. Also, another suggestion is to try to look at the stories where you overcame something. Some stories of overcoming something are very good because they show the growth of your character, and they are very useful, very convenient in showing the qualities of your character. So if you had some overcoming in your life, think about it and think if it can become a good story. And of course, be concise, because you only have 650 words for writing that essay. And in those 650 words, you don't have any opportunity, any ability to lose any word, to waste any of it. So all these words have to be in the right place, and they have to make you closer to the admissions. And if you want to get accepted to the best US universities and get financial aid, definitely check out my free masterclass where I talk about all the steps necessary in order to get accepted to the best universities in the US and for getting financial aid. The link is in the description. If we talk about the master's and PhD, here it is a very different story, because when you're applying for graduate programs, you already have some experience, work experience, or you already had your bachelor's degree, and this means that you already know your goals and you know what you need and what you lack. So the idea is that you had your bachelor's degree, perhaps you even worked, and then you realize that you're lacking some skills, you're lacking some qualities, but at the same time you have a lot of background as well, and you know your goal and you know where you want to become, and for some reason, and you need to describe why, you lack the master's degree in order to reach that goal. So it's very important for this essay to be goal-oriented, to clearly show your goals and to clearly explain why this master's program or PhD program will make you closer to that goal, and why you need that master's to reach that goal, why you can just reach it right now. So in this essay, you need to devote a lot of, sometimes quite a big part of your essay to your background, and explain your journey, how you already trying your best to get to the goal. Then, of course, explain why you like this program and why it would be useful, what you value in this program mostly, and why it will help you get your goal. And then, of course, in the essay, you need to describe how you will use this education to reach your goal. What will you do after graduation? All of those things need to be there in the essay, and they need to show the admissions committee that you're goal-oriented, you're focused, and you know exactly where you want to be, and you already made some steps to be there, but then the master's program or the PhD program is the necessary step in that journey that you know for sure. So you need to show your confidence in the program, your motivation, and your goals. And this essay is somewhat, I guess, easier than the bachelor's essay, because you just need to describe your goals, your background. It's very direct, while the bachelors have to come up with the story and show you their character for this story and be very good storytellers. So this somewhat is a harder job. But Both essays are extremely important in the application process. So no matter where you're applying to, writing the application essays very well is the most important thing probably that you have to do while you're trying to get accepted. Please share your comments what you think about this video, and if you liked it, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. There are a lot of very useful videos about how to apply to US universities. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on my free masterclass and in the next videos. Bye bye!